Yo, 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 what is great in the state? It is the radio rock star, aka your favorite DJ's favorite DJ, aka the Fade Runner. And I'm being joined by
Of course, none other than your RWC and TCW Tag Team Champion, Mr. Magnificent.
welcome to the first show of 2022. It is the Smash the Map podcast, man. And we are in the building. Well,
A
internet
building.
wise. Yeah, we're in two separate buildings almost at the same time, but you know what it is, man. We're definitely here. And you know what? It happened to be it's snowing yesterday in Fayetteville, so I don't have to go to the club tonight, which is why I'm able to do this show. So we here, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure there's ice outside right now too, so that's why I'm not at the club.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's why you're not at the club. Got you. Just checking, man. So man, look, the new year kicked off, man. You know, a lot of some different things happened. We kicked off the year with a WWE pay-per-view day one.
Yes,
So
yes,
something
yes.
different. Usually their first pay-per-view is the Royal Rumble. They started off on literally the first day of the year with a pay-per-view, man. We watched some of it. What did you think of day one?
Uh I missed the last match, believe it or not, but overall, I thought it was a pretty good pay-per-view. I mean, it's day one. You kicked it off the right way.
Yeah, it was legit. A lot of people were on the fence about Brock Lesnar being added to the championship match because Roman Reigns had caught COVID, and it happens,
It does.
but he was inserted into the fatal four way. It became a fatal five way, and then Brock Lesnar did what he does. He wins championships, and he won the championship. And I think the best thing that come out of that whole situation is that now, coming into the Royal Rumble, now we get a dream match. We get Brock Lesnar versus
Yes.
Bobby Lashley.
Man, oh man, I've been waiting on that match for a long time. Long time. I mean, we've talked about it a few times on here, but we was like, man, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I definitely didn't expect this to happen
Now it's
at
happening.
all. At all. Yeah. Nah, so now that's going to be happening. Royal Rumble actually is next Saturday.
Hmm.
Next Saturday. But before that happens, there's a lot of things going on indie wrestling wise.
Oh
Matter of fact,
yes.
last time I checked, I don't know if this had happened yet, but you said you were a tag team champion for three companies.
Yes, yes. We were the tag team
Hmm.
champions in UPWA, and we are currently the tag team champions in TCW and in RWC.
Okay,
Now,
so go ahead, continue.
there's no need to talk about this championship that was accidentally lost. I mean,
Accidentally lost.
accidentally lost. I mean, I wish I had footage. I'm going to talk to Don to see if we can't get some footage so I can show on here. But me and Dave were in the ring together. I went for a spear in the corner. The guy moved
Uh-huh.
out of the way and he handcuffed me to the pole.
Wait, so you was running
I was running
for a
into the corner.
spear
Yes, in the
and you
corner.
missed. Okay,
I
and you
missed,
got
shoulder got
handcuffed.
the pole, and then the guy pulls handcuffs out of his pocket, handcuffs me to the pole. I can't move.
So see, you hear Warbeard said were. I like the sound of that. You were. Wow, man. I so first of all, I'm trying to picture you running.
Shut up.
That's why this whole thing just you running
I
like I
I
already
ran.
don't believe the story. You talk about you running.
There's a
Oh,
video out there. We're gonna get the video. Or I'm gonna get the video, and next time we have a show, I'll make sure I'll show that clip of the video.
okay. All right. Cool. No problem. All right. So, but you are still you are still tag team champion in two territory or in two promotions.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
TCW and RWC.
Okay. So congratulations to that. When is the next, what is it? You said TCW? When is the
TCW.
next Tar Heel Championship Wrestling show?
Their next show is actually on the 5th. On the
Okay.
5th, which that's gonna be a busy night because RWC has a show that night too.
Yes. Yes, that is true. Matter of fact, that is going to be a big show. And I don't mean like Paul White either. I don't mean all white when I say it's going to be a big show, but it's going to be a pretty big show. We're
Yeah,
bringing in a lot of people, including Impact World Champion Moose, the
that's right.
legend Ricky Morton from the Rock and Roll Express, and his son Kerry Morton is going to be there. The Extreme Horsemen will be on the show. The international superstars will be on the show. Renee Michelle will be on the show, and unfortunately, Mr. Magnificent is not going to be on the show because he's going to be at TCW.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a booking conflict or schedule of interest, however you want to look at it. But it's okay. It happens. The show keeps rolling. It's still going to be a phenomenal show. Regardless to whether I'm there or not, it's going to be great. And I'm going to be like at one show with my phone in my hand, looking at RWC, like simultaneously going back and forth between the two. It's going to be crazy.
Right. So speaking of shows and debuts, so I just made my debut. I actually just had my first singles match outside of Ring Wars Carolina, and it was with XWW.
Nice.
I was at the casino nights, but I can't tell anybody what happened. You have to be there. You have to watch it. It's gonna be on their website, extremetvonline.com.
You,
That's gonna be in about 2 weeks. So when that
come on.
happens, make sure you check that out.
You can't tell nobody. I mean, you can't.
No.
Just
Whoa,
between you and me.
Wait a minute. So I cannot confirm nor deny that. Let me tell you guys about Warbeard, okay? So I don't know if his name says Ryan Zoot. I don't know how you say your last name, but he goes by Warbeard. We call him Warbeard. So he plays. So at casino nights they had an actual table. They had a table with like cards and chips and everything. So he's got this game that he plays. He's got this ill card game that he plays, and it's called Warbeard Wins, right? So no matter what cards you have, no matter what your hand look like, you could have a full house in poker. You could have an ace, a king, a queen, a jack, all together. Like you could have all that, but when he pulls his card out, bam, he wins.
That's amazing.
I lost about $500 on Thursday playing Warbeard Wins. I'm still trying to get the hang of how the game is played, but we're gonna figure that out.
I think you got the hang of it already. I mean, Warbeard Wins.
He's got the hang of it. I don't have the hang of it because I keep losing. I've seen another guy. He lost about $1,000 playing the game, and like he was like, "How exactly do you play again?" He's like, "Warbeard Wins." Bow.
And you know what? I wouldn't tell Warbeard anything to his face. He's a scary individual too.
Man,
Yeah,
look, he's okay, man. He's all right when he brushes his teeth. He is just fine. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of XWW and Extreme World Wrestling, they have a show next Sunday that you can catch on Fight TV.
Yep.
And it is called Deadly Resolution. And I'm trying to find a picture that I thought that I put up there. Apparently, I did not.
No, you did. Is it? Bam,
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, there it is. Deadly Resolution will be on Fight TV January 30th. That's next Sunday. And as you can see, I see Blacklist Jack.
Yeah.
I see Lodi.
Soul Patrol.
Yeah. Soul Patrol. See Diego Hill. I see Thomas Extreme. I see there's going to be a lot of guys. Bojack is going to be on that show. It's going to be crazy.
Oh yeah.
And I'm trying to see. We might be in the building.
I hope so.
Yeah, we might be in the building.
I hope so. That's just looking at the flyer. That's got my toes curling already. Especially Soul Patrol. Me and Dave have as Team Sexy, we want to work Soul Patrol for a long time. Those boys can go.
Okay. Yeah. So what else we got up here? So also we've got some. Oh, first thing, I want to send a shout out to. There's been a large amount of people in the North Carolina wrestling scene that has been making waves. A lot of people have been on. I should have got some of the pictures together, but I didn't. Couldn't find them in time. But there's been a lot of guys like from all across the Carolinas who've had a chance to be a part of All Elite Wrestling, AEW's Dark Elevation,
Yep,
and
yep, yep.
AEW Dark, man. So I just want to send a shout out to some of the guys like JB Cole, like Tim, the Infinite Man.
Yep.
Let me see, Fodder,
Yep,
our
yep,
very
yep.
own Fodder was up there. Marcus Cross,
Um,
Alexander Moss,
uh,
PGA Moss.
it's right on tip of tongue. We're going to him tomorrow night. Uh,
Yeah. Oh yeah, LeBron Cozone.
LeBron, yeah,
Yeah,
LeBron.
Firestar. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Movie Mike. It's just a lot of guys, and I know I'm trying to think. Forgive me, guys. Forgive me because I didn't bring the pictures with me. But it's just a bunch of guys from the Carolinas out there making moves. And you
Yep.
just gotta respect it. Gotta salute and show love. So definitely. So
It's
and I know we as wrestling fans and workers, a lot of people feel a certain kind of way about the WWE product and the AEW product. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to know that at least you can get a shot to be seen.
yep,
So at least
yep.
get a shot to be seen and just go from there.
And
Hey, look,
honestly, it felt
anytime.
good watching people that you know,
That's
not
right.
just
That's
people,
that's my
just
favorite thing.
like
And here,
I was happy for him.
hey, look, here's the thing. Look, when you guys out there making moves, my one of my favorite new quotes is yesterday's price is not today's price. Better talk to him, man.
Yeah,
Better
yeah,
talk
man.
to him.
You're right. You're right about that. I mean, look at Keys for example. I mean, I got to book an appointment just to text him now. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's legit, super legit. Okay, all right. So let's see what we got coming. What we got up here. Oh, so speaking of going back to WWE, we got the Royal Rumble coming up next Saturday.
Yes.
And as far as the women, they've released 21 names
Yes, they
of
have.
people that are going to be in the show, including current Impact star and Knockouts champion Mickey James. And they acknowledged the fact that she was with another company. So I thought that was dope.
That was big.
So I mean, who do you think is going to be some of these surprise entrants? Because they only announced 21 of the 30.
I don't know. Like on the female side of things, that's kind of hard for me to like go back that far. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing or not, but it's just I don't know. It could be anybody at this point.
Yeah. I see they got the Bellas in there already.
Yeah, I got the Bellas,
Michelle, well, I think
Michelle
Michelle McCool
McCool,
is in there.
Kelly,
Summer
Summer
Rae, look,
Rae.
they was on WWE talking about some WWE legend Summer Rae. We
Yeah.
was like, excuse me, what
You
was
know,
that L word?
Vince was in his ear. She's not a legend. She's not a legend.
Yo,
Nothing
they said
against Summer Rae. She's good at what she does, just not on
it's
legend
pretty good.
status.
Even she said, they went overboard, but Vince heard that and it was like,
Yes, I agree.
it's not. It's not. Not this time. No.
We need a
I
picture of
think
a disapproving Vince. Just frowning. Just
look, I can find some.
oh
There's a
Lord.
I'm expecting at least 2 to 3 people from NXT. Now, I
Yeah.
don't watch it. Man, look, first off, I used to love NXT. Black and Gold NXT was my favorite wrestling show for like 3-4 years. I didn't care. I didn't like I put it above everything. I think right around middle of last year is when it started to fall off to me. So I think from 2016 to 2021 was my favorite show. Like the new NXT is
It's way different. It's way
yeah,
different.
I'm gonna just say that it's way different.
Way different.
I don't want to say like there's still good wrestling on it. It's just man, like the color scheme and a few things about it just
I fe-
rubs me the wrong way.
and
This
I
is
could
too
I could
bright.
be I could be wording this the wrong way, but I feel like they've gotten away from kind of like that old school style. Like I feel like the original NXT had kind of a old school style to it, to whereas now the product is going towards more of the Monday Night Raw and SmackDown style of
Yeah. See,
showmanship.
this is the thing. Um, let me see. NXT started about 2012. I started watching about 2014, 15ish. 2014 to 2019 NXT was the alternative that people were looking for. That was the alternative. You know, the
Yeah,
that right there, like it had great wrestling, great stories. You know, it wasn't a lot of BS. I mean, pro wrestling is pro wrestling. You know, say like first off, people be like, this is pro wrestling, this is sports entertainment. Bro, they're literally the same thing. It's the
yeah.
same. Like, don't look at AEW be like, this is pro wrestling, and then look at WWE like, well, that's sports entertainment. No, they're both the same thing, bro. Not like
Just two different ways of delivering the same product.
exactly. Yeah. And this was the point I was going to get to what Bryant said. It went back to being what its original purpose was, showcasing development talent. Matter of fact, it's to the point now where they don't even want indie wrestlers. Like there was a time when getting to WWE was the dream. Like the dream is to go to WWE. That's why some people started wrestling so many years ago.
Hmm.
I want to get on WWE. Then about mid 2021, they was like, you know what? We don't even want indie wrestlers no more. We just want athletes. And most of I won't say most, but a lot of the people there don't even like, you'd have to question their love for it. And I have to go back to Bianca Belair because when
Hmm.
she was like, she said she didn't even really watch wrestling like that prior to Mark Henry scouting. You know, she wasn't like the biggest fan. Like she loves it now, but it's like, and it's not necessarily a good or a bad thing. I mean, it's just different.
Yeah,
So
but
they went from being developmental, and then like they started bringing in the the indie stars that were like killing it. Like they had a lot of great pickups over the years, and it just became something. Maybe it got out of control for them, but I thought it was perfect. Like if there
yeah,
was a perfect wrestling promotion, it was NXT. It was like, and I don't care what anybody says, NXT takeovers are undefeated. Like there has not been one time in the past 5 years you could look at an NXT takeover and be like, nah, that was trash. No,
but
you
you
can't do it.
but I kind of compare that to football in a sense, college versus the NFL. College football, you have these guys that are trying to make the NFL, so they're playing a whole lot harder than they would in the NFL. And I feel like NXT is sort of the same way, even though they had that contract. Their goal is still to make the main roster, still to make the big time, so to speak. So I think they, or at least in the past, they used to wrestle a whole lot differently on NXT than they did on the current product.
Yeah, I mean, I get it to a fault because when you bring in somebody that's an indie wrestler, man, like they were trained by whoever they were trained by.
Hmm.
They have whatever habits they have, and you have to break them out of that to wrestle your style. But when you go out and you just get guys that are good athletes, like like they don't already have a foundation to break. You just mold them the way you want to mold them.
Yep.
Like a lot of these guys. So there's going to be probably about 3 or so years once these guys like outlive their usefulness in the NXT system. If they don't go to the main roster and they are out here in the indies, they're going to come in with the WWE style. You know what I'm saying? And not saying guys can't work, because obviously the people there, like they have some of the best wrestlers there. As far as the trainers, some of the trainers are some of the best wrestlers in the world, or previously were some of the best in the world. So it's not like they're learning BS.
Hmm.
No, they're just learning how to wrestle on TV. And there's a big difference between wrestling in front of a live crowd and wrestling for TV.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
there are certain things that you would do in front of just a live crowd, but not being recorded, as opposed to you're taping for TV. There's a big difference in a lot of the stuff you do.
Yeah, time plays a lot of a factor into that too, because on television you have X number of minutes that you have to get in your stuff or have to get in what you need to tell this story versus being at a live crowd. I mean, not that you could take all night, but you definitely have a lot longer than a few minutes to tell a story.
Mm-hmm. And this is like I never watched shifting, but staying on the same topic. I never watched AEW Dark like that. Not really. Like probably a couple times in the beginning, but I never watched Dark Elevation until I knew some guys. So I personally knew some guys that were going to be on it. And as I'm watching those matches, like all of those matches are like 5 minutes or less, but they pack a lot of stuff into that 5 minutes, right? But
Yes, they do.
if you're working an indie show, you're not going to do that much stuff in a 5 minute match, or at least you shouldn't, because you still need to sell to the crowd and all this, and you know what I'm saying. But you got to move a lot faster. Like there's not that many times, unless it's a bigger match. Oh, that man Jimmy Garoppolo just threw an interception. My bad. My bad. But so like case in point, at an indie show, you'll see somebody put somebody in a rest hold, like and they'll be there for a while. You'll also see that on TV, but you'll only see that with certain wrestlers.
Yep.
Like you're not going to see an opening match on TV, and it's like if let's say it's Ricochet versus Ridge Holland. You're not going to see a rest hold in the first match of the night. Like, you're not going to do that. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and not to mention too, like when you're speaking from an indie standpoint, when you're on the indies and you get the opportunity to wrestle on AEW Dark, you got to go out there and give it all you got. Not saying do everything in one match.
No, not at all.
But you got to be on point with what you do versus when you're on the indies and you actually have time to develop, that rapport with the crowd. You don't have to go out there every single match and give everything that you've got as far as move wise, because you're gonna be back. You can take your time doing that.
This is the thing, and like I never noticed this until I started wrestling, but if you can't do your whole move set every damn match, because if you do and you don't know anything else, like people gonna get tired of watching because they know, all right, he's got about 3 big moves, he's got about 3 medium moves, and if you wrestle like the same way every time, they know what you're gonna do.
Yep,
you know what you're gonna do. That's why you don't have to do everything every match.
Hey, but what do we know?
Yeah. Look, what do you know? Like, hey, man, I'm super new. Like, I'm in my second year. Man.
But you're killing it, sir.
Man, I'm doing okay. So, yeah. So let's jump to Big Swole. All right. Speaking of AEW, Big Swole had made some comments saying that she didn't like the diversity of the company, and she was saying that certain people of different skin tones didn't get certain opportunities. Tony Khan replied by saying, he started naming people like, oh, this person, that person, this person, that person, that person, this person, and we didn't re-sign Big Swole because I didn't like her wrestling. Man, look. Look, that man needs a PR. As rich as he is, he needs a PR team, because you don't have to respond to everything that's people say to you negatively. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that.
Especially on that level.
Yeah, man. Like I think that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And then I saw what happened was it created a rift. It created a rift because like now you got people like taking sides. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like some people are like, oh man, you can't down a black woman, blah blah blah, yakety schmack. And then on the other half, is this man about to score a touchdown? Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. And on the other hand, let me just turn my TV off. Because I can't concentrate. And because I've already lost my point. I've already lost my point.
Did you want to answer that question that Brian asked?
Oh, what's up? Are you? No, you're not allowed to have a certain number of moves. You can have 15 moves. Question is, does it make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like if let's say me and Mr. Magnificent are about to wrestle. And let's say I know 30 suplexes, 30 different suplexes. Like why would I need to do like 25 of those suplexes in a match? Like at some point he should be ready. He should be ready to be pinned after like the fifth or sixth one. So I done put him on his back so many times. But no, I don't.
I disagree. I'm lazy. I'm gonna be ready to be pinned after the first suplex. Take it home. Take it home.
But no. That's no, man. It's like what you learn is what you learn. It's to my understanding is like if you want to, like, let's say maybe you want to learn like 15 different suplexes. If you can learn 15 different suplexes, that means and my thought process would be, all right, if I know 15 different suplexes, then I might do 2 different suplexes a match for a while. I never do the same suplex. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, because you haven't seen them all. And then you could I could record all my matches and then make a
highlight reel.
G Money's different suplex reel. It's back suplex, German, Northern Lights, Exploder, T-bone, pump handle. You know what I'm saying?
And in actuality, it's not about the moves. Me and G, for example, can know the exact same moves, but it's about the story that you tell when you're in the ring.
There you
That's
go.
the most important part.
Keeping one more by showing less.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, come to my next match. You're gonna want a whole lot more because I'm gonna show you a whole lot less. Lock up, take it home.
Look, hey, look, it's like this, dude. When you get, you know what? I can't do that. I was about to make I was gonna make a different kind of. Nope, we're not doing that because I don't know if kids are watching.
Oh, yep, I got where you're going with that. Let's not go there.
So we gonna change subject. Matter of fact, let's continue with the comments. Hold up, I just missed it. He said, yeah, but you know what? For Brock, for different people, things work. Like Brock Lesnar, you remember back in 2002 when he debuted? Brock Lesnar's moveset was what? Hold on, where's my camera? It was a lot. He could do a whole lot.
Yes.
After UFC and stuff, he brought it in. Because he's like, why do I need to do all this extra stuff? Y'all know what I do.
He doesn't.
Like, honestly, people used to talk a lot of trash about John Cena and his 5 moves of doom. Brock does even less.
And you know what? And honestly speaking, I have never been a Brock Lesnar fan or cared about Brock Lesnar until his recent run. Now that he's
face,
now that he's found his voice, he's talking and showing more character, more personality. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a Brock Lesnar fan for a while, but it's like, like they've built him in a way. Well, actually, I want to say he's built himself in a way that he doesn't even need. He don't need to do he used to do what they used to call the Brock lock. Matter of fact, I think Big E does it, where he takes somebody's leg, he puts him over there, over his neck, and he hangs him like that. That used to be the Brock lock back in 2003. He don't even need to do that no more. Remember, he was doing a Kimura lock for a while when he came back. He don't even do that no more.
No need to.
He keeps it real. All you got to do is punch you, knee you, slam you, F5 you, and all his matches are believable because it's like it's him. Now But like you look at his size and all that stuff, it just makes sense. Like you can't that wouldn't work for.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, exactly. Like Rey Mysterio couldn't come in and just punch you, kick you, try to suplex you, and hit a move, and that just be it. No, that's not gonna work. But because of his pedigree with the UFC heavyweight championship, it's like, and he did that for himself by going out there and winning those legit shoot fights. He came back. Everything he does means more. Everything that Brock Lesnar does means more than what your average wrestler does because Brock Lesnar has. Matter of fact, I went to my very first, not my very first, but one of the best seminars I went to was in 2020. It was Tom Pritchard, it was C.W. Anderson, it was Josh Gary and Preston Quinn. And one of the things that Tom Pritchard said, he said the most authentic wrestler is Brock Lesnar, no questions asked, because that he will legit be able to whoop your ass.
Yeah.
He said he's the most authentic wrestler out. Regardless of how you feel about him, he's the most authentic. Like he is the most legit. Because like outside of doing, like he's literally proven like he's gotten in the octagon and went toe to toe with some cat. Yeah, he lost some. But and you know what? And that brings me to something else. Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle is legit. Matt Riddle is a real life fighter. Like he started out on the Ultimate Fighter. He had a good record in UFC, and then he got into wrestling. And everywhere except for WWE, they mentioned that.
Yeah,
which I don't understand because Matt Riddle, as goofy as he portrays himself or whatever, I know he probably
he can work.
Yeah, he could legit beat down probably half the roster, probably over half.
Yeah. So with that being said, what do you think about Lesnar in his Royal Rumble match coming up? The dream fight.
See, and that's another thing because Bobby Lashley, he did MMA as well. Yeah, it was Bellator. Oh, you could say Bellator it's not on the level of UFC, and it's not. It's not. I'm not going to take that away from, but he still got out there. He was.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
What is he? 15-2, I think.
Yeah,
15-2, 15-3. Bro, look, hey, Bobby Lashley legit too. He's super legit as well.
That is going to be a hard hitting match. It has to be.
I'm curious as how I feel like that match is going to be like, it's going to be good, but it's not going to be as good as it should be. I feel like something is going to happen and we're going to get the real match maybe at WrestleMania. I don't know.
I hope not. Well, I don't know. You're probably right because WWE has a habit of doing stuff like that, but I'd really like to see them go at it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, ain't no telling, man. Like I used to do a lot of predicting and stuff, but like, I just say what I hope will happen actually, because a lot of people like, with the dirt sheets and stuff, and shout out to there's a lot of writers that really put like their all into, finding information and stuff. And I ain't mad at it, but you know what? Sometimes I feel like the dirt sheets have like taken out the mystique of wrestling because people like we get online and we see this stuff and it's like we've seen it over the years so much that now we start thinking that either everything we read is true, which is not. Maybe they're like 30% true. I think the only thing they're really true on is like the most thing they be true on is contracts. A lot of the stuff they be off like a mug, man.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, I think nowadays people have really forgotten how to be a wrestling fan. Like they're so obsessed with trying to figure out what's going on backstage. Who's doing this, why this writer is doing that, and why. Just be a fan. Just enjoy the show.
There's some of the conversations I have with like a bunch of my wrestling friends, like the way we have these conversations, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know, man. One of my boys, I should have brought him on. Like every time we have conversations, it's like he be trying to go above and beyond what a fan should do to try to predict the future. He's like, because he'd be like, all right, in 3 years, this is going to happen because this. I'm like, dog, just watch the show, man.
Yes.
Watch the show.
Even
You know?
even even us being wrestlers, I don't go to a WWE or AEW show and sit in the front row and go, "Oh, yep, they go do this because psychology says this." No, I just want to be a fan. I just want to enjoy the show and mark out for the night.
Yeah, like when matter of fact when they just did the Rhea Ripley Nikki Ash segment when they split up as a tag team, I just knew it was going to be Rhea Ripley that was going to turn on Nikki. I just knew, but I felt like they thought everybody else would think, so they switched it, had Nikki do it. So it's just
Swerve.
little things. Yeah, swerve. What is this? The 8-minute finisher movement. Yeah, like bro. Hey, look, he don't get paid by the hour.
He
He don't get
showed
paid
up.
by the hour. You know what I'm saying? So yes, indeed. So once again, we would like to remind you, February 5th, man, we are going to be where I keep seeing it and I keep losing it. There we go. February 5th, back in Lumberton. Oh, we gotta show love to Moose, man. Moose,
Yeah.
Impact World Champion. Like that dude, yeah, we might when he shows up, I might say we get an interview with him, man, because like that man came from the world of football, you know what I'm saying? Came into wrestling, and he I think I don't know if I would have I don't know if he's the best football player turned wrestler ever, but he's got to be up there. Like his
He's up there.
I think he's evolved himself so much. He went from just being a big guy to like now this man like he uses agility and jumps off and be jumping off the top rope and doing all kinds of stuff. It's like he can work any style, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. So
Very reminiscent of well, in a way, I guess of a young Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons made that leap from
yeah,
football
exactly. That's what I said.
to wrestling too.
Ron Simmons, and look, and I know a lot of people.
JBL?
JBL, yeah. I know a lot of people aren't fond of Goldberg. I love Goldberg. Yes, I know he's limited in the ring. No,
Yes,
I
he
don't.
is.
Like Goldberg had like Goldberg. That man, I don't think people like understand how great of a run Goldberg had. Like it was great.
I think his original run was great, and it sucked how it
That's,
ended. Like
yeah, bro. Look,
they dropped the ball on that so bad.
see, and this is the issue with that I've noticed with when people have undefeated streaks. As soon as you lose, they don't know how to book you.
Yep.
As soon as you lose, like they didn't, and I think it was a couple years back when WWE Network had old episodes of Nitro. Man, I went back and I watched some because I stopped watching Nitro. I stopped watching WCW. I think like during the Monday Night Wars, I think I stopped around 99. Like there was a point where WWE just took over and that was it. I didn't watch it anymore. I didn't see WCW in 2000s. I think I barely watched it in 99. I damn sure didn't watch it in 2001. So I went back and I started watching some of those pay-per-views and some of those nitros just to see how things were. And like they didn't know what to do with they didn't know what to do with Goldberg. They had no idea what to do with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember I saw a match. It was it him versus Rick Steiner or him versus Booker T? I think it was him versus, I'm sorry, not Rick Scott. I think it was Goldberg versus Booker T. I might have this mixed up. It might have been him and Scott Steiner. No, it was Goldberg versus Scott Steiner. And Scott Steiner used a lead pipe.
Mm-hmm.
He used a lead pipe to win the match, right? And then I forget what happened, but Goldberg got like right back up after he got pinned. And I was like, bro, what? Like in 2000, I'd be like, oh, but in 2018, I was like, what the hell? But yes, just like Wendell said, same thing with Oscar in the street. Once she lost, they didn't know how to book her. They didn't know how to book her, man. They use her and her mystique to get other people over, like Carmella, which I absolutely hated.
Yeah.
Well, I hated when Carmella won the championship and she was one of those matches off Oscar. Boy, I wanted to throw my TV out the window. And the sad thing is, I don't hate Carmella. I just really love Oscar. I loved Oscar, man. She was super dope.
We have a
And the same
champion watching
thing
the show right now.
I guarantee you the same thing is going to happen with Jade
Oh,
Cargill.
there we go.
A
That
bullet. What would you call it?
a gratuitous heart
Gratuitous
of
hit
hill
to
shot.
Jade Cargill. Shout out to Jade Cargill. But she's 25-0 right now. I guarantee you, the moment she loses, they're not going to know what to do with her. They're not going to know what to do with her.
That's true. In my opinion, they barely know what to do with her now.
I mean, no, they're doing good with her now.
Oh yeah,
They're
they're doing
with her
good,
now.
but
It's like, yes, she's green. She's only been wrestling what? She said she's only been wrestling for 10 months. So 10 months from then, and then she was training. So she's been active for 10 months. So for her to, she's green. She knows it. She says green like money, but still beat your favorites. You know what I'm saying? But whenever she loses, and I don't know who they're, I don't know. I don't watch enough AEW to know who exactly they're putting in position to beat her. But when she loses, we're gonna see how they book her. Because
it's
right
gonna be
now,
big.
yeah,
Hey G,
yeah.
you want to feel old?
What?
Look at this comment, Mr. Rip Cannon.
Holy crap!
Oh my gosh! And
He
I
said,
remember that promo.
he said the day I was born. Man,
He's officially banned from the show now.
man, yeah, yeah. Oh man, J5 is in J5's in Germany.
Yes.
He's 6 hours ahead. So when we was like, yeah, we'll do the show at 8. He's like, man, that'll be 2 a.m. for me. So he's like,
Yeah. He's doing good though. He's doing good. I got to speak to him earlier.
yeah, he should be in town. He should be back in the States in February. So we will be looking out for that. Also, I think we're sooner or later we're going to get one of our other members back on the shows. DB has been
Stretched in.
taking a little bit less of a work role. So he said he's going to have more free time to join us on events and stuff. So yes, indeed. Because speaking of events, we're going to be in Greensboro tomorrow.
Yep.
For Firestar Pro Wrestling presents Star Power. So this cool thing about Firestar Wrestling out in Greensboro. Shout out to you, David. So shout out to everybody out there in Greensboro. So what they do is LeBron Cozone, he's got Firestar Pro Wrestling. So he's got a huge roster. They split it in two, just like Raw and SmackDown. They have Super Fire and they have Star Power. So matter of fact, their shows, I think they have shows on YouTube right now. So make sure you check out Firestar Pro Wrestling. It's Super Fire and Star Power. I know he dropped at least 2 episodes of Super Fire. And this guy, I did commentary on the first 4 episodes of Super Fire. And Mr. Magnificent did commentary on a couple episodes of Star Power.
That's right. I will be on commentary tomorrow as well.
That's right. So just know that Smash the Mat is all over the place when it comes to wrestling. Like we went from just talking about shows and doing commentary. Now we're helping produce shows. We're shooting, recording, doing commentary. We're editing. So matter of fact, so it started with Ring Wars Carolina. Matter of fact, I should have put up the link. You know what? I'm gonna make a new banner. I need to make a new banner.
Gotta show our home company love.
Yeah, and do some talking so I can find this link, so I can put this up real quick.
Well, I enjoy long walks on the beach.
Oh hell no, not that.
No, not at all. But
just tell them about some of the places where we're working at.
My gosh, we're in Greensboro with Firestar. Of course, we're doing stuff with RWC. We're going to be with ACW. And
you got the pick?
I sure do. I will go ahead and bring that up.
Matter of fact, so the show was supposed to be tonight.
Yes, the show was supposed to be tonight, but the weather, where everybody's a little snowed in right now. So the show is actually supposed to be tonight, but it is being rescheduled. And let me look at my calendar, and I might be able to tell you when. Uh,
It's in February.
February 26th, I think.
Yeah.
We'll definitely keep you updated on that. But yeah, that's going to be a good show all in itself, right there. I mean, look at that roster just on the flyer, and that's not even half the people on the show. So it's going to be really good.
There it is, right there. So what you do is you go to it's youtube.com and just search Ring Wars Carolina TV. So this is the thing. I'm gonna leave that up there for a while.
Please
So
do.
check this out. We have produced all of the Ring Wars Carolina shows. I think there's up to 30, like I think there's 32 or 33 episodes on YouTube right now. And there's a lot more. We've got at least 13 more that are going up every day. Like if we took a little break because they also put their shows on the King Network on Roku, but we've got permission to upload more. So there's going to be episodes going up every single day until we catch up. So you will be able to see guys like my man Rip Cannon.
Yep.
You know, the Rip Cannon. Who else? No, nobody. I don't think. Oh, well, no, he's technically not on the show, but we got Christian Rayo, Gemstone. We've got Caribbean Tiger. You can see the origin of Fodder before he became Fodder.
Yes.
He was my tag team partner, Alpha Ace. Before he was on Ring of, you know what? You gotta show him love too, man. But we're gonna get him on the show. We're gonna get
that's
Fodder
good.
on the
That's a
show.
whole conversation in itself.
Yeah, because he made an appearance at Final Battle, Ring of Honor's final pay-per-view of 2021. He's been on AEW. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk to him about it. We're gonna let him talk about all that stuff because he's got hella stories.
He's been grinding hard.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, he's been on it.
So you got Ring Wars Carolina. We've done some work with Fight TV. We did the first time ever events. Franco Vargas, first time ever.
You know, a funny story. Me and Franco are great friends. Great friends.
Speaking of, why you just told a fib right there. Right now, he's in Minnesota. He's wrestling EC3 tonight, and in Minnesota. Yeah, yes,
wow.
Indeed. So
I know that's a good match.
Yeah, so shout out to him. I thought we were cold here. It's always cold in Minnesota.
I can't do it.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, exactly. I agree, David. He needs to be magnificently prepared. We knew we was up here for like 45 minutes before we even started the show, making sure we had our stuff together. We still didn't have our stuff together, but it's okay.
It happens.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's all good. It's all good.
Since we're on the topic of Ring Wars, we should also mention there's a seminar.
Oh yeah, that is correct.
There is a seminar coming up.
So for all you aspiring wrestlers, or if you're already in the business, you can come and get a learning seminar from Hall of Famer Ricky Morton, one half of the Rock and Roll Express. And yes, he still wrestles.
Yeah, he still
wrestles. Yes, he does. Yes, he does, man. Spot is only $25. Is it 9 a.m?
Yeah. I signed up for it and then I read the flyer. I was like,
I was just about to say, I will be there 9 a.m. Y'all know I DJ clubs, so I should be there.
Yeah, I set my money in for it and everything. And then I looked at the flyer. I was like, 9 a.m.
Yeah, 9 a.m.
And we have a show the night before, I think, don't we?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a show the night before.
And
that show.
Yes. And then with you DJing.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to be tired, but we're going to be there.
Wait a minute. Is that Earl Hebner?
That is Earl Hebner.
Oh, Earl Hebner's going to be in the building.
Earl Hebner. He was one of the first guests we've had on this show.
Was it Earl?
I think it was Earl.
You know what? He was.
He was part of that group.
It was. We interviewed him back when Billy Gunn came to RWC. That was the night of the Billy Gunn C.W. Anderson match, the first time ever meeting of those two. Yes.
Yeah, and that was our first. Was it our first outing? I guess
our very first outing. Our very first outing was
It was Ace.
Yes, it was. It was
Yeah,
Alternative Championship Entertainment. Ace was
yeah,
the very first one back in. It was actually earlier. It was a couple months prior to that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, so that's what it is.
Ooh, we've come a long way.
A long way. Speaking of that, like I said, we've done shows for we've done a lot of shows for Ring Wars Carolina. We've done shows for Fight TV.
Hmm.
We've done shows for UPWA. We've done shows for the AIWF. Now we're also doing shows for Firestar Pro Wrestling. And it's just
It's growing.
first we gotta send a shout out to the guy that never wants to be on camera, Daniel
Yes.
Coleman. He's our video guy. You know what I'm saying? He's everywhere with us, but he don't want to be in pictures. He don't want to, like I'm starting to think he might be on the witness protection list because you don't want his face anywhere. He just like, man, just make sure I get paid, and then that's all he cares about. So
Yeah. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, anybody that's seen any of our work has seen his work. So
Mhm.
it definitely couldn't do it without him.
I learned how to video edit thanks to him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Mr. Magnificent is starting to learn how to edit video because of him.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, like, we do a lot of stuff. So, and I have to apologize. We're 51 minutes in, and I'm going to apologize for the lack of shows because, like, so much stuff has come up. Like, I had to buy 2 new MacBooks in the same year because we're doing so much work. I have to be able to put all this work out. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
It's
I
crazy
mean,
how our schedules just like blew up
it did. I'm
in a
telling
good
you.
way. I'm not complaining.
Look, if not for the weather, I wouldn't even be here right now. I'd either
Yeah.
be at a club or actually, and I didn't even Morgan Dash hit me up the other day and asked if we could come out and do commentary at a promotion he was doing. And I I told him I couldn't because of work. Then work canceled on me, but it was already too late, But just know we try to be a lot of places for indie wrestling. It's not about us. It's not even about money. Like it's not about us trying to be on shows. It's not about money. It's about our love of wrestling. That's what it's
Yes.
about. You know what I'm saying?
It's about
And
it's about putting other people on too. I mean, there's so much talent out there that may not be seen or talked about that deserves to be seen and talked about. So anytime we can help do that, that's always a good thing too.
oh yeah, and it's just if we could just get one person some extra attention just by from the stuff that we do, so that's what it's about. Yeah, we're going to talk about the majors. We're going to talk about your WWEs, your AEWs, your MLWs, your
Hmm.
Impact Wrestlings and all that. And first, another thing, I'm very disappointed in myself. Very disappointed in myself because I didn't watch Wrestle Kingdom this year. I usually watch
Oh,
Wrestle
you watch that
Kingdom
every year.
every year. Every year, man. I usually stay up late because I love my New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I didn't do it this year. I just didn't do it, man. So
I normally hear about it through you.
exactly. Salute to you, Adrian. And what are you guys' thoughts on this year's Rumble? Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to bring about the Rumble. So they only announced 15 people on the guys' side of the
Yes.
Royal Rumble. Now, word on the street is Cody Rhodes is a free agent. Do you think there's a chance we could see Cody Rhodes entering the Royal Rumble?
Oh my gosh. I would pop huge for that. I wow. You know what? Given that you got Mickey James doing the whole crossover thing, I think it's possible. Not saying that it'll happen, but I think it's at least possible.
I know it's not going to happen because they talk to AEW does way too much talking about WWE for them to be like, yeah, come on, come be on our show, just so they could come back with, I was even on their show and that. No, they ain't gonna do that. It'd be nice. It'd be nice,
They're,
but
they're they're not getting along that well.
yeah, there's so many wrestlers out there, like past and present. Like I don't even know who I would think could be on that show.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I know who DB would like to see on in the Rumble.
Daniel Bryan or Brian
Glacier.
Danielson. Glacier.
The
Yes,
the world's greatest
the
wrestler.
world's greatest. World's greatest.
We got
Yeah,
we got to have him back on the show one day.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the legend himself. Blood runs. Oh, I just saw um man, it was like a week ago. There's a show that Glacier's about to be on that Gangrel is on. And I think that I don't know if they're wrestling each other or what, but it said something about blood runs hot and blood runs cold. It was something. It was an indie flyer I saw.
Oh, okay. I still have his contact information, so I will definitely reach out to him. I think
When do think Jericho's gonna be in the rumble? I can see that.
nah, nah.
I maybe I could see that. Possibly.
Eh,
Rick Cannon said he'll be there. Don't tell no one. We ain't gonna tell nobody else. Nobody
yeah,
watching.
nah. Rip's gonna be there front row.
Right, right, exactly. Exactly. So I don't know. There's literally so many wrestlers. I wouldn't even know who to guess on either side, men or women.
Yeah.
Unless they sign like some new people that are going to be debuting, which happened before. I mean, see AJ Styles and stuff, so but yeah, I mean it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Definitely possible.
My man said Strowman. I think
Yeah, I mean,
that's a possibility.
he hasn't signed with anybody yet. The
The
Rock
Rock.
might
Okay.
be too big for the Rumble. I hate to
Yeah.
say it. It could happen though, because he could win the Rumble,
He would eh, okay. He would have to win the
but
Rumble
he
and
would
go
but
on
he
to
would have
fight
to be
I
he'd
mean
have to come
Jericho.
in like number 30.
Yeah, and then go on to wrestle Roman Reigns
Hmm.
at
You know
WrestleMania.
what? People keep talking about Rock and Roman Reigns, but Rock still needs his rematch against Brock Lesnar.
I don't want to see that.
You don't
I
want to
just
see
don't.
Rock and Lesnar?
Nah.
I do. I really do. That the first man. First off, um, I know Brock loves The Rock. I know he does because he didn't have to. Like that man was only wrestling for 6 months when Rock put him over for the championship. 6 months in the business. You know what I'm saying? I
Is it?
could that would be like it would be like one of those things like, yeah, you want to see it, but you never expect to see it. I would love to see Boogeyman come back. I like Boogeyman. Man, Batista ain't doing no more. I know Batista ain't wrestling no more.
Not at all. Is it just me or the last few weeks on SmackDown is Roman Reigns like slowly morphing into The Rock? Like have you noticed like his facial expressions and the tempos of his promos?
I think he's just like
Even with the cheap pop, he'll come out, Fayetteville, and everybody goes crazy and they acknowledge me. Yeah.
I think that's he's on his own now. I'm pretty sure Paul Heyman gave him like a laundry list of things that he should, to do. And he's probably like taking everything into account because everybody's learning, like, regardless of what you see on screen, backstage, everybody's talking to each other and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Oh man, don't do that. Don't do that, Window. Shout out to Window too, man, because Window Window lost like 100 pounds, bro. All he do is work out and eat from clean eats. But matter of fact, they need to make you their mascot. Like they owe you something, man, because like he promotes them more than he does the movie theater that he's the manager of. That man Window is a promotion machine. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. But yes. Let's see. What we got left? But I think I threw up everything we have up here. Oh, and just for GP, another gratuitous shot.
Oh, you can never go wrong with that.
There you
Not
go.
never. I
Nothing
appreciate
wrong.
that. Thank you so much.
It's all good. So we got a show tomorrow. We're gonna be in Greensboro for Firestar. I think it's Star Power. Firestar Pro Wrestling, Star
Mhm.
Power. We don't have a show next week. Then we're coming back for Ring Wars Carolina, Too Legit to Quit,
Hmm.
and then the Ricky Morton seminar on the 6th. There's something else going on the 6th. Oh, well, no, 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 no. Next weekend. So this is the dilemma. This is the dilemma, Mr. Magnificent.
Uh-oh.
Next Sunday, there's two shows that I want to attend, but we can only go to one. It's either XWW's Deadly Resolution pay-per-view or it's AML's. I think, what is it called? I can't find the flyer, but all I know is the main event is it's a War Games match. It's the Dawsons, Kobe Carino. Who are the other two guys? Oh man, I had a brain fart.
Let me see. I bet you I can pull it up.
You can probably pull it up, but I know on the other side is Caprice Coleman. It's the Infinite Man, Tim. Actually, I forgot everybody. Oh, it's the it's them. Oh, okay, here it is. It's Caprice Coleman. It's the Infinite Man, Tim. It's the Extreme Horseman, C.W. Anderson, Preston Quinn, along with George South, with J.J. Dillon in their corner.
Not JJ.
That's right, J.J. Dillon. And on the other matter of fact, I can find it on Caprice Coleman's page. On yeah. On the other side, okay, I thought I could. He didn't put the flyer up. No,
Oh,
no, wait. It's
Matt
called
Hardy.
Action War Games. So on the other side, it's Zane Dawson. It's the Dawson brothers, Colby Carino, Brad Attitude, and Andrew Everett, with coach, legendary manager Paul Ellering. That's what it is.
Wow.
And Matt Hardy's going to be on that show.
Yeah, I'm on their website now. That's gonna be a show. CWM. Wow. Yeah, that's a dilemma.
Yeah, see, man, it's like I don't know which show I want to go to. Oh crap! Hold on now. I found the card. So it's going to be Gustavo versus Calvin Tankman of MLW. Calvin Tankman's a beast. Cyrus the Destroyer versus Axton Ray, and Cyrus the Destroyer is huge. It's going to be Zuka King versus White Mike, the Sultan of Stank.
I love that.
Exotic Youth versus J.R. Miller and J.B. Cole, and then it's that War Games match. C.W. Anderson, Preston Quinn, Caprice Coleman, Tim, George South versus Zane Dawson, Dave Dawson, Brad Attitude, Andrew Everett, Colby Carino. Okay, so that's the AML show that I'm thinking about going to. Also, there's the XWW show, Extreme World Wrestling, called Deadly Resolution. And let me pull that card up because I just seen that. Because we can only go to one. We can only go to one. So that card is Elijah Proctor versus Bojack versus Lodi, triple threat match for the XWW Television Championship. There is, hold on, what's this one? Fireball versus Blacklist Jack for the XWW Hardcore Championship. I should have put all these up there so y'all can see them. But hey, look, this is last second. Then there's a fatal four-way elimination match. AJ Myers versus Kay Holiday versus Diego Hill versus Fast as Hell Ian Maxwell for the XWW United States Championship. First off, I love that name. Fast as Hell Ian Maxwell. And he is fast as hell.
Yeah, I think he's fast.
He's pretty damn fast. It's Kaylin Marie versus Danny Moe for the XWW Women's Championship, a street fight. Fodder versus Cam Jackson. If Fodder loses, he's fired from XWW. And Madman Fulton from Impact Wrestling, formerly of WWE NXT. He was in the original adaptation of what was that group? Started with an S. Eric Young. It was God dang it. What were they called? It was Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, Killian Dane, and Nikki Cross. They were called
Wow,
Damn, starts
I
with an
don't even
S.
remember that.
I know you don't remember. Sanity. That's who it was. It was Sanity. He was an original member of Sanity. And he's taking on the XWW heavyweight champion, Kerry Morton, son of Ricky Morton. So
Wow.
yeah, we can only go to one of these shows. So we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Hey, we could always leave it up to a vote. Like
Oh,
everybody
look. Oh,
that's listening and watching, where do they want us to go?
they was already saying it. Sanity, sanity, sanity. Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't even looking at the comments. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that was the best picture. Think the Mox playing for. Oh, so Adrian asked, "Do you think the Mox reference was playing for a cheap pop?" So on last night's SmackDown, Roman Reigns started the show with the Usos, and Seth Rollins came out. He said, "Everybody else be carrying you." He said, "Your cousins carry you for the bloodline." He said, "Me and Mox was carrying you during the Shield." I caught that. And I think other people caught it too. But I noticed that, like, when WWE mentions AEW, they don't like cheap shot them. But the other way around, hey, look, it is what it is. Okay, so do
Got
I
to
think
bring
it
it.
was for cheap pop? No, I mean, I felt like that was the only way to reference him.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, Seth is turning face. He's turning face. I don't know how it's going to happen, but because he's obnoxious as hell, and he's got Kevin Owens who's obnoxious as hell, but he's going to do it.
Hey, I have a
So,
question. The comment that was made about the picture being the best picture of the night,
yes,
was it that one?
yes.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. I didn't know. I was just making sure we were on the same page.
That was it. Gratuitous Jimmy Cargill picture, absolutely. So speaking of that, Rick Cannon said, "Who would you want Jade to lose to?" Because, like we said earlier, like the undefeated streak has to end. It has to end, and then it's how do they book you after you lose?
Hmm.
So so I was talking about this in one of the wrestling groups I'm in. So somebody was like, "Oh, it's going to be Britt Baker." They said it's either going to be Britt Baker becoming double champion, or she's going to give Jay Cargill her first loss. I said, no, that doesn't make sense for two reasons. One, like Britt Baker doesn't need the other belt. She's got the big belt. Why would she need the mid card belt? You don't need the mid card belt. Secondly, beating Jay Cargill does absolutely nothing for Britt Baker. Nothing at all.
Hmm.
Like, she's already at the top of the mountain, metaphorically speaking, for AEW. There is no woman on that roster that is looked at higher than Britt Baker. She's super over. She doesn't need to beat Jade Cargill. So for me, it would have to be somebody that needs the rub, because right now Jade isn't even Jade, even though she's undefeated, she's not over yet. She's getting there, but she's like just think about it like this. Like, the point I'm about to make is good and bad at the same time. Look at Rusev. When Rusev was undefeated, it was like he had to get to the point where it's like, all right, he's a big deal. Now, where they ruined it at is that they had John Cena beat him. John Cena didn't need that win. He didn't
Not
need
at
that.
all.
Just like, holy crap. Did John? No, 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 he didn't. He didn't. I was about to say, I remember Umaga was undefeated. And I was like, did John Cena beat Umaga? But I don't think it was. I think it was
See,
Bob. Was it? No, was it? Oh, was it Santino Marella with the help of Bobby Lashley?
yeah, I don't think Cena beat him.
No. It wasn't. Because Umaga beat Cena. That's right. So it wasn't. Yeah. But yeah. So I mean, say Ty Conti, maybe Big Swole. Ha! Psych. Like, to me, the perfect way to bring this around is to have it be Red Velvet, because Red Velvet is the person that she got her first victory off of. She got her first victory off Red Velvet. Problem with Red Velvet is she's just as green, if not greener than than Jade Cargill. So you'd have to build them both up to the point where it makes sense for Red Velvet to do it. Because if you do it early, like if somebody beats her now, it's like, eh.
Yeah.
But like if they give it some more time, like if they give her like probably like 6 more months, but they're doing a good job with it though, because she's beating people like Thunder Rosa, Ruby Soho. She's beating names. She's beating good wrestlers, you know, and they just need to give her more time, you know.
I can definitely agree with that.
The only problem I have with like, because I'm saying, oh man, she can't wrestle, she's green, blah 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 blah. Why are they giving her so much time? Well, how do you get better?
Exactly.
How do you get better? You can't just have her in 5-minute or less matches, like, because then you can't put her on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view match is gonna have to be at least 10 to 15 minutes.
And that goes back to the whole conversation we were having earlier today. Just be a fan. Like everybody's talking, oh, she's green. So what?
So what?
We all were at one point.
Exactly.
You have to just enjoy it.
She can't wrestle longer matches if you don't put her in longer matches. If you want to work a 15-minute match, but all you do is 5-minute matches, you're not going to be able to work a 15-minute match until you start working 15-minute matches.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like at certain schools teach wrestling certain ways. That I would like to see that after she drops the Impact Championship. She can't do it now. Because if she comes in and loses the Jade as an Impact Knockout champion, that makes the Knockout Championship look bad.
Very bad, yeah.
She can't do it now. She should do it later. It would be nice if she could do it later. Shoot, even Mickie James came out of nowhere and put Asuka over, and that was an amazing match in NXT. That was awesome. But yeah, like I would like to see Jade still go over on a lot of people, but it's gotta make sense. Well, and you can't bury another champion for a champion.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But look, y'all, it's starting to get a little bit late. Is there anything else we need to cover?
I think we about covered it all.
Let me ask y'all out there listening. Anything else you want us to talk about before we roll up out of here? Because I have. Oh, and Rip Cannon said we should go to XWW. I'm thinking about it. They're both about the same distance away in different
directions.
Yeah. One is in Monroe, one is in Thomasville, North Carolina. Yeah. Let me see. What about her keeping the belt, then relinquishing the belt to go after the... Oh, you talking about Jade? Oh, Jade ain't ready for that. No. She just got the TBS championship. Like she gotta at least,
she's got to run with that for a while.
Yeah, she got to run with it. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, like the belt is on the ground floor because nobody won it, right? So Jade just won it, so she's gonna have to elevate that championship with good matches. You know what I'm saying? Or at least decent matches. And then like she's gonna have to have at least 2 big time defenses. At least 2. Like she just defeated Anna Jay for it last night on Rampage. And you know, that was a pretty good match, you know. And like I don't watch a whole lot of AEW, but there's enough women there for her to just run through people. I mean, that's what she did. 25-0. She's been running through people. You know, but I think just the fact that they had the tournament for the championship was a good way to build up the championship because they had good competition. And
yes, they did.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you had, and I think a good way to give her the belt was to have her against Ruby Soho because you know she's well respected in the on the indie scene. So yeah, I mean, she would have to me. Jade would have to keep. Honestly, I'd probably have Jade keep it till 2023. Honestly, real talk. I'd probably have her keep the belt. I'd probably have her keep the belt for a long time because right now there's no
competition. There's no competition for it right now.
Right. I mean, I don't see unless they sign somebody to that they want to push. Like, and I just look at it like this. I just look at it like this. Remember when during Asuka's undefeated streak in NXT, Like there was some good. She had some great matches. I would have liked for her to lose to Ember Moon, but not in NXT. Like I was hoping, if like my perfect story for the way Asuka ended her joint would have been for her to have a match with maybe Ember Moon at WrestleMania instead of. I mean, I get it, Charlotte versus Asuka. I get it. You know, that was a big time match. You know, hey, it was good, but Ember Moon should have been the one to end. Should have been the one to end Asuka's undefeated streak. You know, it did nothing for Charlotte. Like Charlotte was already the champion. Like, what
Yeah.
did that do for Charlotte? Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
It
she
did
could be a
nothing.
possible surprise entrance in the Rumble. Ember
Who?
Moon.
Who? Ember? Is she even still with the company?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I had real high hopes for Ember Moon until I found out who her husband was, and like that's a whole different situation. And
Who?
he's not like somebody you would know. It's just the type of person he is, and I just don't like it. And
Huh.
we'll talk about that later because I don't want to do it. You said, oh, you know what? That reminds. We were supposed to do our 2021 Wrestler Awards. We haven't done it yet. I hope we get to do it. But even still, that match, Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa, that death match, that was a really really good match.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was better than Bianca and Sasha, but it was a really good match though. You know,
Bianca and Sasha at WrestleMania,
yeah,
aka Roots.
yeah. That was my women's match. That was my women's match of the year. Yeah, like Bianca and Sasha at WrestleMania. You know, and I really like the death match. It was great. You know, I'm just not a fan of death matches. Like
Nah,
it's just
they're more shocking than entertaining.
yeah, it's just like at some point you're like, damn. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know. And then, oh, I'm sorry. Did you already put that up? Who'd you like to see beat Hangman? Let me tell you, I haven't. This is me again saying I don't watch AEW that much. I haven't seen him wrestle a match yet with the title, and I know he just had those two matches with Bryan Danielson, but I didn't see either one. I only saw highlights of them, so I have to. I don't know. Right now, I don't think I want to. Right now, I think he's probably outside of Jericho. I think he's probably the person. No, actually, I had him winning the title when they first started, but
You
I don't.
did.
He needs to hold that title for a while too, probably
Yeah.
till like at least the summertime.
Yeah. Right now, I don't want to see anybody beat him. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just
Me neither.
enjoying his title run. Period.
See, but this is what we go back. Like, who do we want to see? I don't. I just want to see him like have a good run. You know what I'm saying? I try not to think ahead too much. I try not to. Like, you know, the the observant person in me have me like, well, they're doing this because of this and this because of that and this because so I try not to do that, you know, but I also try to see logic in situations, you know. So I mean, first off, thank you. Secondly,
Yes.
it's my fault. It's my fault why we don't do this show like that.
I'll take responsibility for that too.
My schedule is crazy. Like the only reason the show is happening tonight is because I don't have to DJ at the club. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. We used to do it weekly. We were gonna try to do it bi-weekly. If we try to do it bi-weekly, then I think we'll be able to get more shows in. Plus, I have a laundry list of people I want to interview. A lot of people.
Sir, you should send me that list and see if we can't make some contacts. We could probably make that happen.
See, problem is, when are we gonna do these? When are we gonna do these interviews?
Hey, sir, we'll cross
'Cause
that bridge when we get there.
I only have 2 nights free. 2 nights free a week. Like this is Monday. I'm free Mondays, Tuesdays after 8:30 because I go to the gym Tuesday nights. Wednesday nights, well, we
Training.
got training, And sometimes I DJ on Wednesday nights. I DJ Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, some Sundays. So, but you know what? Now that WWE is moving their now that WWE is moving their premium live events to Saturday nights instead of Sunday nights, we could probably do some on Sundays.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about that. They're not doing any more Sunday night pay-per-views, which I absolutely hate. I hate it.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to be in the club watching
On the phone.
Peacock on my phone while I'm come on, man. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm not trying to do all that, you know. Hey, what can I say? You know what I'm saying? And I got some other things cooking too. You know, it's hard to find time to actually wrestle.
Yeah.
I want to wrestle. I barely got time to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But look, we about to get up out here because I can't stay focused on this and the game is on at the same time.
You know what? Before we go, my sister. Lord,
questions that need answers. Inside Planet, not past.
I drove past it the other day.
I feel like somebody just donated you a shirt because I don't know how you got it.
I got it
when I in Walmart.
No, when I first enrolled years ago.
And how many times have you been back since you enrolled?
It's getting close to time to end the show. I ain't got time.
That man said. So when's the last time you've been there? All right, guys. So let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, time to go.
All right. So look, he said, "Am I in the interview list?" I don't know, Rick Cannon. You might be.
Yeah, we'll talk about it
on the list. You know, but I do at some point plan on probably we can have up to 10 people at a time on this joint. So I might invite a bunch of you guys on and we just go through it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't ask me about scheduling because I am terrible with time. My neighbors would be like, "Hey, G, what time are we leaving for the?" I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't know what time we're leaving tomorrow.
I don't know what time we're leaving tomorrow, man. Oh man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
So I will. So for you, David, So this is the thing. We've got a live show, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Where is it? Right there.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got this one in Lumberton. If you're around here, come to Lumberton. We got this show. This is more like a specialty show because it's got like some names on it. And I think the next show we have after that is February the 19th.
Yep.
But if you want to see some of the work we've done, we have the Ring Wars Carolina TV YouTube page. We've got myself and I forget what number they're on right now, but we're uploading shows every day. And there's like that. I think there's about 33 episodes. And I know my first my first match was on what? My first match. Oh, I debuted in the Golden Opportunity Rumble in 2020.
Oh, I didn't know that's the match you debuted in.
Yeah, that was my debut match, and I believe that was episode number 3. I think. Yeah. Boy, that was early.
Before we go, we have to shout out Nightstick Eddie Brown.
Oh yeah.
We got Pyro.
Oh yeah. Man, look,
how many indie shows do you know that have Pyro?
Look, and for nothing else, especially the guys that especially for some of the guys that work with us, or that wrestle with us. If you wrestle with us, or if you've been to the shows, go to that YouTube channel and check out like the first 4 or 5 episodes. You ain't even got to watch them all the way through. Just look at the entranceway and the beginning, and then around episode 20, things start changing. I don't even think it's 20. It's probably before that. But yeah, it's probably about 20. But like things start changing, the lights, the backgrounds, you know what I'm saying? Like once we get, I don't mind telling you guys this because it's not like I'm cheating or anything. So I think with the episodes that we just did a show last weekend. So when I finally get that up on the website on the YouTube, that's going to be number, I think, 46 and 47. When those go up, it's going to look completely different than
Yeah.
like the first couple of episodes. Matter of fact, even the
And
way
I'm
we do the show,
yeah,
like
I'm about to say
we're doing
I'm
everything on the fly as far as like the editing and stuff. Like everything is so, you
I'm
know,
so proud and this is not me tooting the horn of RWC or however you want to say it, but just looking at the production value from where it began to where it is now is amazing. If you have not been to a live show, you definitely want to. I mean, the YouTube channel is great. You know, the King Network is great, but you definitely want to come experience this for yourself live. This is probably one of the closest things you can get to a quote unquote big promotion style feel when you walk into the building. It's phenomenal. Very very good shows.
yeah, yeah, and
AM
like,
AML does great shows like that.
mhm.
Firestar does great. There's a
And
few
and
different companies
I'm gonna
around that
say
do it.
I'm gonna say if you watch, like, let's say if you're like up to date with the Ring Wars Carolina stuff, and then you start watching Firestar, their newest stuff, like their super fires and their star powers, you will see just how good we got, because it's like we try stuff with RWC, and then like we're seasoned. So when other companies like, hey, we need some work done, blah blah blah, we're able to make it look like so pretty and so nice and
Yeah.
so dope. And it's like, damn, like I already know when if Eddie ever watches any of the Superfires, he's like, "What is this doing?"
Definitely shout
It's
out
gonna be
to
crazy.
Eddie for letting us.
Uh,
I guess I won't say experiment because we kind of knew what we were doing, but letting us
But
try
it's
stuff.
different things be
Yeah.
coming out. Like we buy different equipment all the time, and it's
Yeah.
just it's crazy. Like the way we go into stuff. Like the first couple episodes of the Ring Wars Carolina show of Battlegrounds, like they got us. We were in the studio talking about stuff. Then after a while, we stopped doing that and we just focus on in ring stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's time consuming. Like, boy, y'all just don't understand. You don't understand. That's why I be taking so long for these shows to come out, bro. Between that and our regular jobs,
Yeah.
man. And then like I just like Tatiana said, I do a lot. I do a
A
lot.
whole lot.
I took off work just to make a debut at Extreme World Wrestling. I took off work. You know what I'm saying? Like it
I'm
is what it
I'm gonna
is.
be like you when I grow up, sir.
Whatever, man. Shit, I just need my weekends off. That's all I need. Now these guys running on Thursdays. Like, damn.
If I say, sir, we're indie wrestlers. We never have the weekend off.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But you already know what it is, man. Look, make sure you see it. The ticker, the banner. These are all of our social medias. Check them out. All that good stuff. I'm also going to be releasing this show on the streaming platforms like Spotify and Pandora and all that. That's probably going to go up probably tomorrow morning, maybe tonight if I have enough time. But you already know what it is, man. Appreciate everybody checking us out, man. It is. I am the radio rock star, aka your favorite DJ's favorite DJ, aka the Fade Runner, aka I got a new nickname. Okay, I got a new nickname. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna use it on the show, but I'm gonna use it on this show. So you know how Victor Andrews is Mr. Everything,
Oh
but
Lord.
yes, but I do so much stuff that my nickname is about to be. Damn, he does that too. So it's gonna be G Money, aka the Radio Rock Star, aka your favorite DJ's favorite DJ, aka the Fade Runner, aka Mister. Damn, he does that too. Yes,
I
that's
like it. I can't compete with that. I'm your favorite DJ's favorite wrestler. Yeah, I'll take that.
oh man. But yeah, look, we out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. You already know what it is. Yes, yes, that's fire, ain't it? Listen, damn, he does that too. Yes, yes. I might have to have somebody throw that into my intro.
Oh
Come into
Lord.
the ring. Oh, look, matter of fact, so like I don't care. I'll talk about this. So I remember we went to XWW, and it was for it was their last pay-per-view that they just had in December. And it was the first match. It was Montana Black versus Ian Maxwell. I love their intros. I can't even remember everything they said. It was Montana Black had you know what you got to do? You guys got to check out our last show on Pandora, Apple Podcasts, because that's where we were. We were at XWW. And when they did that intro, we were there. And I was like, oh my God, I love it. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of something like coming to the ring. I might even throw the radio station from Foxy 99 out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, weighing in at 500 parties DJ'd. Mr. Damn, he does that too? Your favorite DJ's favorite DJ. Something like that. I'm going to write it out.
You should weigh it at 500 microphones.
500 microphones? I'm trying to think.
Or 500 mixtapes.
So, I like 500 mixtapes because I used to have Miss Laura announce me at I used to have her announce me at weighing in at over 300 broken records.
I like that.
So I might stick with that. Hey, you're right, Wendell. Movie reviewer also. Bro, you know what would be dope? If we could do edge of the seat reviews in a movie theater. That would be crazy. I got to bring that back. We haven't done that in almost 6 months. And wow. Phil is like, what's up with the show? And I'm like, man, my bad. All right, look, we got to get up out of here.
Yeah, it's late.
Yo, we out, man. You already know what it is. Look, man, this is Smash the Mad Podcast. Appreciate you guys. We out.